when we realize that our addictive behaviors aren't ultimately nourishing us in every way, we often, many of us, begin this journey of unraveling our addictive behaviors. And oftentimes it's more challenging than just stopping, just not doing anymore, because there's so many things that are happening underneath the surface. So we also spoke last week about emotions as energy. And essentially, with the emotional and energetic realms, there is this division that happens within us between those things that we feel comfortable feeling and those things that we are uncomfortable feeling, and not even just that, that we literally kind of use our energy to keep below the surface of our consciousness. So as little ones, we were very fluid energetically and emotionally. We were able to feel fully, deeply, allow things to move through. And in time, we learned that certain feelings were not okay. And this is when we began to, one, build walls around our feelings, two, develop patterns to avoid those feelings or to mask those feelings. And this is how addictions eventually develop. It's their external things that we do to avoid certain feelings that are being triggered by life. So hopefully what we got last week is that any feeling that comes up as the result of life is actually a gift. If we were to look at it closely, we would see that life is always wanting to unwind these old energies that at some point we stuck below the surface, because not only do those old energies stay beneath the surface and away from our consciousness, but they're also sitting right on top of capacities and the intelligence of our soul, the creativity of our soul, the expression of our soul. And so not only is it not bad that emotions come to the surface, it's actually desirable that they unwind themselves in order for us to be free beings, to be clear and authentic souls. And so our addictions are a clue. They're a clue. If we can enter into them in such a way, they're a clue that tells us exactly which emotions and feelings and energies are wanting to unwind at this time in our lives. And so we can start with the addictive pattern, and we can slowly enter into it, turn towards it, as I've been encouraging you to do, to begin to open to the feelings that at some point were perhaps unbearable, and maybe still now sometimes feels unbearable. But the idea behind getting together as a group here is to support each other in opening to the presence that we are, that is already open and available to our whole emotional experience. So it's not like we have to try to feel, or we have to try to be comfortable with our emotions and feelings. What I'm trying to orient you towards more is to notice that there is already this sense of present that exists within your experience in this moment, that is available to all of your emotional experiences. And the more that we get in touch with that, the less we have to choose external things like our addictive behaviors to mask these feelings. And the more that we can just experience ourselves as free beings through which emotions flow fluidly and effortlessly.